chaotic to say the least. Go through what the plans were and then how they changed. So that's the plan. But, you know, it's only 3 days in, so if I'm thinking like regular school year, I would never expect myself on day 3 to have a fully functioning schedule. I did have a student show up today for the first day this week, and I was thinking that she was not going to come at all. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the vlog. My name is Elena. I am a 10th year special education teacher in the state of Iowa, and this is our first week of ESY. I just feel a little all over the place this morning, which is why I am vlogging from the car right now. I just got in this terrible routine of sleeping in really late in the mornings this summer, and so trying to get up and work out before going back to work again was a rude awakening for me. Also, ESY is at a school that is farther away, probably 7 minutes farther away from my home than my school that I teach at, and the times for ESY, my contract time starts at 7:30 for ESY, and for the regular school year it starts at 8. So it's farther away, and contract time starts half an hour earlier than this regular school year. So a little all over the place, but we made it out the door. I should make it there on time, but that is why I'm vlogging right now from the car. So this is gonna be a week in my life as an ESY teacher. Like I said at the beginning, have been teaching for going on 10 years now. This will be my 10th year, but I've never actually taught ESY. I've taught summer school, but ESY is different than summer school. So yeah, we'll see how it goes. I have plans of what today is gonna go like, but who really knows? We will find out. And one of my goals for today is hopefully to show you the lesson plans that I have written out, and then at the end of the day be able to say if we did it or not, or how it went, and how we're gonna adjust for tomorrow. So that's just gonna kind of be the theme of the week, is figuring out what our routine is gonna be. And I'm sure as soon as we figure out that routine, it's gonna be over, because ESY only lasts for 4 weeks. It's 4 half days, 4 days a week, 4 weeks. So 16 days total. And I'm actually next week gonna be gone. No, is that, yeah, it's next week already. I'm gonna be gone for 2 days next week. So I'm gonna have a sub for 2 of the 4 days next week anyways, which means I'm only actually teaching for 14 of the 16 days. So anyways, I'm glad you're here. I hope you stick along. I hope you find it interesting. If you've taught ESY before, go ahead and drop that in the comments. Let me know any tips that you have. But yeah, let's get there and see how this goes. I am having to, it looks so much clearer here than it does when I'm looking at it. I'm sharing it from my computer screen because I still don't have the keyboard, but it's really fuzzy and blurry. That was chaotic to say the least. I will be coming tomorrow in either biker shorts or just regular shorts and a t-shirt, and just, it's gonna be what it is, because wow, the first 2 hours, I guess I should reframe that. The first 2 hours were chaotic. I spent the first 45 minutes trying to get one of our students off of the bus. Ended up just calling her mom. I said at this point I'm not going, I'm not restraining a kid to get him off the bus for, trying to do ESY for an hour. So I guess that was really, disappointing. That's how we started, but we did not restrain. We just, continued to prompt and try to encourage with the reinforcements, and then finally just called mom and asked her to come and help, and she did. And we got in, and she at least got acclimated to the room kind of with us, and then it was time to go again. So hopefully tomorrow's better. The second hour, spent the first half an hour with the student just continually grabbing us, pulled my hair, grabbed our clothes. Finally was able to find a blanket that was in this room and gave him something else to hold on to and grab onto. And that was the trick. I knew, the entire time I was trying to think of okay, he's grabbing us, he's grabbing our clothes. What else could he grab? Incompatible behaviors that if he's got something else in his hand, he's not gonna be grabbing us. And I tried poppets and other fidgets, didn't do the trick, but he kept grabbing our clothes. I was like, okay, it's our cloth in here somewhere. And then the associate in here found a blanket and that was great. So he wrapped the blanket around himself, held onto it, and then the last half an hour was okay. So I'm hopeful that tomorrow is better. And then the last 2 hours actually were great. 3 of the 4 kids that I had the last 2 hours came from my room. So I guess I was able to plan things that I knew were going to go well, and we were familiar people to them. So that was very helpful because they were able to just, fall into routines and familiar people with familiar activities that I knew they knew how to do. So that part was good. And then the 4th kid, that was a wild card to me, who actually does 2 hours here instead of 1 hour chunk. He was very happy, compliant, verbal. So the first 2 hours, the kids were completely nonverbal that I worked with, or at least their communication was with pegboards, and then the last part of it, students had more verbal skills and it went a lot smoother. So I need to kind of just make sure that things are picked up and ready for tomorrow and update my slides, because I do have a couple kids that got through some lessons those last couple hours, so I need to make sure the slides are ready for tomorrow. And then I'm going to go and meet Chris and our son at a restaurant for lunch, and then we're going to go to the pool together. So that's how we're going to spend the afternoon. So anyways, I also realized I saw my pay stub that I get paid $5 more per hour than I thought I was getting paid hourly for this. So that's nice little bonus too. Hopefully tomorrow's better. Day 1 is done, and I'm going to go ahead and update the slides. Just know that when I finally show you the lesson plans, the first 2 hours of today didn't happen. Not anything on those lesson plans happened. Second 2 hours went great, and that's what I have to prep for tomorrow for the continued lessons. Happy Tuesday. Car chat's gonna be quick this morning because, shocker, I'm running behind for all the reasons we said yesterday, and I don't even have to drop my son off at daycare this morning. That was supposed to be the plan the last 2 days, but then Chris has said that he can just stay home with him and he can get his other errands and things done with him there. Chris is only off of work for another 2 weeks, and then he has to go back since he's in admin, so he has a much earlier contract start time than I do. But then after that, after this week and next, I will not have a choice. I'm gonna have to get him to get our son to daycare in the morning as well. So I have a hair appointment this afternoon though, but it's not till 1:30. It takes me about half an hour to drive over there where it's at. Our niece is doing my hair. I'm getting it chopped for me, I guess, because it's gonna be a good 8 or 10 inches. I think we're going to my collarbone. I don't want a short bob, but I'm doing the mom chop. I can't do all of this anymore, especially the way my hair got grabbed yesterday. It's and this is why I'm going to have short hair. I don't need little hair tourniquets on baby girl when she comes in September. So I'm gonna try to walk you through the lesson plans that I keep saying that I'm gonna do, but I should have more time today than I did yesterday afterwards to walk you through that. Also, I feel weird in the mornings vlogging in the classroom because I just never know if someone's gonna walk in, or when my associate is gonna walk in to the room, and I hate people walking in when I'm vlogging. I don't know why. I'll put this up for the internet to see, but if people I know are around watching me do it, or even know that I do this, I don't know why I get embarrassed about it, but I should have some more time afterwards, after I know people are leaving the building and are done for the afternoon, and before I leave for my hair appointment, and go through what the plans were and from yesterday, and then how they changed. So that's the plan. Hopefully today is better. I don't have a skirt on today. I'm wearing a little jumper that actually has some grease stains on it from popcorn at the movies, but I don't care because I like it anyways. So I'm wearing it and gonna be able to move a little bit more freely today than yesterday. So let's have a great day. Okay, we are done with day 2. It went better than yesterday. It was not fabulous, but it was better. And things that were problems yesterday, like getting off of the bus, physical aggression, pinching, hitting, eloping, were so much better today. I did not get hit by anybody or pinched or anything. We found solutions yesterday that thankfully day 2 already worked. So now we're just trying to figure out what is a routine and what are realistic activities that we can do. So I have, I have my schedule that I will show you. I guess I'm just gonna like flip the camera around and show you like how much I thought we were gonna do, and myself and my associate, we're gonna each in 15-minute chunks have each kid doing an activity and then flip. And for at least the first 2 hours, the last 2 hours were great and those plans are gonna stay, but the first 2 hours have changed where it's just gonna be whole group, and it's not, we just need to keep everybody on the same pace and page and doing the same activity so that people can stay engaged and on task. Yeah, it's just going to be better if we're doing it like small group, whole group together with the 3 kids and the adults that we have to help. I even got an additional associate, thankfully, that we had somebody who was kind of floating that first hour, that our sped director said that we could have that first hour, especially when I have 3 kids and they really all 3 need one-on-one help. So yeah, I will flip the camera around and show you what it used to look like and what we're doing now. The original plan was that we were going to get the kids off of the bus together, then do a read aloud book together, and then work on reading. I was going to work with a student on reading and doing letter identification with the letter song and using drill sound warm up with foundations and practice tracing writing our name. And then this is what my associate was going to do, read a thematic unit book, and then this was for the week, all the ones we were get through, and then the crafts that she was going to do, and then I was going to move on to math and do the math things with these 2 students. And these 2 students just need so much more help together. Like all 3 of the kids need one-on-one help. So, and we are not actually even engaging in any of these activities. Like the songs are great, we can like get them to sit and pay attention during the songs, but trying to do any of these lessons, like here, this kindergarten math lesson that I'd originally written in, LOL. Like the plans now, we will do those songs and then like just a matching activity with it. Like the stuff that I had planned was just too much, it's not happening. And then some more social skills work and get the kids on the bus. I mean, basically same thing for a second hour. Like I thought we were going to be able to do these activities and she was going to be able to do this with this student. Really, like the first hour and second hour just are going to look very similar, where we're just like doing a song, doing a matching activity, practicing like letter identification, name tracing, that type of thing. The students I have the first 2 hours are much more like with the intellectual disabilities, versus the last 2 hours we just like have large academic gaps. But like the kids that I'm working with the first 2 hours, we really are just working on like using our pegboards and being able to like efficiently use a reinforcement system and efficiently ask for help when we need it, or more, or all done. Like those are some of the common things we're working on. So the second 2 hours actually went great though, and we're still pretty much following this schedule. So get the kids off the bus, we do a social skills book together. Then for reading, this is what the program that I use for this student, he's one of mine, and while I'm doing it, then my associate is working with the other kid on a paper saver from ESY. That's actually something that came off of Teachers Pay Teachers, but it's basically like the printed activities of like the red words, heart words, practice writing them, some roll and reads together, some
decodable text to read, and then some more fluency reading them. Then I'll switch to doing math over here, and this is the lesson that we're going through. And then while I'm doing that, she's doing like Haggerty drills and fluency reading with previously mastered text with the other student. Then we flip again, and I do writing, and she does math center games with the other student. That went fabulous. She's going to continue doing it. And then, yeah, here's the last hour. Get kids off the bus again, and I do ESY lesson with this student while she's working through the thematic unit with the other student. This is actually the brother of the sister we have the first hour, and they both are on my roster, except they will be on an ID roster for next year. But anyways, and then yeah, now we're ending the day. Then we flip again, and I do more social story practicing replacement behaviors, and she does Haggerty and fluency reads with the other student. We get on the bus, and that's kind of, that was the original plans. The last 2 hours pretty much stay like that. I will show you what my slides look like. So I put the learning targets over here. During the school year, I keep their IEP goals here, but I did not fill that in for this because it's 16 days. It's too short. But here's the letter song, and then I will show you tomorrow, hopefully, what letter ID activity I do with them. Number song, number identification activity, social skills, pack up. It's like, it's so short, but it takes us this long to do anything. Same thing with the second group. But this child has some more specific books that their teacher during the regular school year sent for us to work on. So we are going to do the letter, if I can get that to focus there, the letter song first, and then practice generating sentences after reading this book, and then another book to read, and then we'll do name tracing. And then same letter ID song, and then do an accounting activity, same pack up. Okay, this group, here's my reading though. He's got different learning targets over here. He's one of my students, and so I've got IEP goal there, but then yeah, we're doing phonics for reading. This student here, the like first math lessons that we're doing for this week, so they're linked in. So when I click it, then I can open it up. And we do this on the Clever Touch that's behind me. And the writing, what did I do? Did not mean to do that. Writing checklist, sentence stems for a summary, then the goodbye song. And then yeah, what I had showed you, here's the slides for UFly. I put the blending board link and UFly pacing guide, and then we do Haggerty if there's time left over. And then social skills and the goodbye song. So yeah, that's our day. So while today was still kind of a, you know what, it was better than yesterday. Every day gets a little bit better. So that's what I am just like continuing to hold on to, that tomorrow's gonna be better than today was. We're continuing to get a routine and everything figured out. So yeah, I need to go to my hair appointment, and I need to grab food. I need to text Rachel and tell her that I'm going to be late because I'm grabbing food. It's 1 o'clock, and all I've eaten today is a bagel, and I did grab a couple Nutri-Grain bars. So I've had a bagel and a couple Nutri-Grain bars, a lot of carbs. I need some protein and some water. One of the students just walked right up to my water bottle and started drinking out of my water bottle today. So I was like, okay, you're thirsty. Let's go to the water fountain over here. And I dumped the rest of it out. And now I'm thirsty for 2 days in a row. Yesterday I didn't bring one. No, yesterday I did bring one. It was when we were setting up, was the day that I forgot to bring one. So anyways, I need to quit talking because I have to get out of here and get to my hair appointment. And I'll show you afterwards how I chop it off. Okay, here's the hair. I am trying to get a better angle both sides. I'm obsessed with it. I should have taken a video at the salon with the better lighting, but yeah, it was much needed, and she thinned it out for me too because my hair is quite thick. So feels so fresh, so good, excited, glad I got it done for pictures tomorrow. Good morning, happy Wednesday. It is actually a very rainy morning. I can't talk. It's a very rainy morning this morning, which is fine, except that it's also supposed to rain tonight, or at least there's a 55% chance of rain tonight. And we are supposed to have family pictures tonight. So I'm a little bummed about that forecast, but hoping that it's wrong because it's wrong all the time. But it also rains all the time. So the likelihood of it raining tonight is actually probably pretty high because I feel like every time I'm vlogging here, I'm always talking about thunderstorms, tornadoes, rain somehow. So
anyways, that was the whole reason I got my hair done, and I'm supposed to get my nails done this afternoon, which I will still go and do that. And obviously my hair is already done, but if we have to reschedule the pictures, I'm gonna have a lot more touching up to it to do than just like recurling some pieces. But whatever, I can't control it, so I can't be stressed about it. We'll just have to see what the weather turns out like. I don't even know, maybe it'll be fine. Maybe it'll be sunshine and just perfectly fine. We shall see. Anyways, it's Wednesday today. I need to get progress monitoring done for reading, writing, and math when I go in there. I had a note to myself that there was one student that I still don't have her probes for, and I emailed the teachers all before the end of the school year asking for their probes, and still did not receive the ones for this student. So I'm gonna have to email again and ask for them again, or double check Achieve to see if they uploaded them there. But I'll double check that first before I email the teacher, because maybe it's there and I don't need to worry about anything. I don't know. I guess we'll see. But yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. So when I get in there, that might be what you get footage of, and then I should be able to talk to you afterwards, because I just need to schedule a nail appointment, or just at least make sure I can call ahead and walk in. It's a Wednesday afternoon, so I feel like I should be able to get in, no problem, but we'll see. Okay, happy Wednesday. Every day gets a little bit better. We made it to the end of the day. I will say the first 2 hours are still very drastically different than the last 2 hours. The first 2 hours, the students and their needs are just very, very different. And it's a lot more like the students are nonverbal. We're using their communication and PEC boards. Yeah, and it just looks a lot different than the last 2 hours is a lot more like actually getting academic work done, and kids who are on reinforcement systems, but they can work for much longer periods of time. So yeah, it's just been interesting, but you know, it's only 3 days in. So if I'm thinking like regular school year, I would never expect myself on day 3 to have a fully functioning schedule going. It's just hard since this is only a 4-week program that you do kind of need to get rolling right away. And it's hard when you don't know the students as well. So things that I need to do before I leave, personal to-do list is I need to call and make sure I can get my nails done. We did officially move our family pictures to tomorrow night though, which is fine, but there's just too much of a chance of rain today that it would have been messy. So we'll do that tomorrow night, and that gives me time today for whatever time she can get me in to get my nails done. I need to switch out, this was a social skills book we used today, so I need to switch this out. I need to get the visual out for it and the visual for the thematic unit. I did progress monitoring today, so I have an entire pile of paperwork that needs to get inputted. I rewrote one of our schedules for that second hour. Just the plans are working well, but as far as like one of the kids stays for 2 hours and then the other ones only stay for 1 hour, and just the way it works best to have us flip, I kind of edited it a little bit and I'm gonna chunk it a little bit differently. So I need to kind of rewrite the schedule, lesson plans, at least for the associate and I, so we're on the same page and know when we're switching. This was some of the stuff that I found for adapted resources for some of the number identification and letter identification activities that we can do. So I'll continue to share those. These were just freebies because I was just trying to find something quick, and honestly I probably will only either download or make my own freebies, but for time wise I went on to Teachers Pay Teachers and found some freebies. So this is a letter matching activity for letter identification. Here is a counting to 10 number sorting. It's supposed to be in a book, so I just need to like cut it, and yeah, we'll use that. And then some number lines, which actually
were very helpful today. I used these already today for some of the progress monitoring that I did, but I need to prep these some more. I got it printed this morning. I just need to actually like cut it out and prep it so that we can use it. So prep that. I will prep the visuals that I need for the books we're using tomorrow, and then input my progress monitoring data. And yeah, that's what today is going to look like. So tomorrow's the last day of the week, and hopefully it's the best one yet.
No need try, we just go with the motions. Close your eyes, ease your mind for a moment. Need no smoke to make you feel you floating. You know joke or you pressure, you know it. You know it, you know it. I don't fall to the pressure, I be handling business. Get it finished, no extras, don't get into specifics. Wave maker, I came up out the Pacific. So you don't trust what you can't see.
Good morning, coming to you from my car again, but I'm in the parking lot at school. I'm also not wearing makeup because we do have our pictures tonight, and I just decided it'd be better. It's easier if I can just do a fresh face this evening when I need to get ready versus trying to do half of it right now and then touch it up and finish it this afternoon. So I'm actually here way early. It is 7:05, but I had to get my son to daycare this morning because Chris has errands and things that he needs to get done. And actually, we were out the door at a great time, and I did not work out this morning, so that's not great, but we did get out of the door at a great time, and now I've got a lot of great time to prep because next week I'm going to be gone 2 different days. We have friends coming to town, and we're going to spend a day with them on Wednesday, and then Thursday we're leaving out of town because my baby shower is next weekend, and my mom grew up in a town like 3 hours away from here, and that's where my cousins and my aunts and uncles live, and my sister is close to there. And so since my sister and cousin are throwing the shower, we're doing it where they live, which is like a halfway point between where my friends from like college and home live and my friends from here where we live. So it was just kind of, if I was only going to do one shower, then I just, picked a place that was going to at least be in the middle, because any farther away, there would have been no chance that anyone from this area would have made the drive, because it's already a 3-hour drive to go. So the ones that are committing to it, I appreciate it. But likewise, my friends from my hometown, my best friends from high school, are also making a 3-hour drive to come do it. So anyways, yeah, it's Thursday. I'm going to go in there and get some extra prep time in because, like I said, I need to have sub plans. It's weird writing sub plans for kids you've only worked with for 3 days, but yeah, I'm going to need to write sub plans for 2 different days next week. So let's get in there and use this extra prep time wisely.
I don't fall to the pressure, I be handling business. Get it finished, no extras, don't get into specifics. Wave maker, I came up out the Pacific. So you don't trust what you can't see. Some things are left to believe in. I just wanna know you believe me. You feel nothing good in life would be this easy. You don't trust what you can't see, but some things are too good to believe in. I just wanna know you believe me, yeah. How could I lie to you?
Week 1 of ESY is done. Overall, I think it was a fantastic week. The beginning definitely was day 1 for sure, and then day 2 still like a learning curve. And honestly, this whole week has been a learning curve of just figuring out the students, especially the ones that are not the ones I've worked with before. The kids, like I've said, that came from my classroom. Obviously, I know them and I know what their needs are, what their skills are. I was able to plan a lot better for that. The ones that were new to me took a lot longer for me to kind of figure out what was realistic and what kind of activities were going to be appropriate for us. But overall, I think it went great. I did have a student show up today for the first day this week, and I was thinking that she was not going to come at all because she didn't come the first 3 days. So I then this morning, when you like saw the time lapse of me working on my sub plans for next week, just took her completely out of it because I didn't think she was coming. But she showed up today, which is great, but I need to go back and look at what her plans came with and what she needs, because
yeah, we just kind of shoved that to the side, and then today was my first day with her, and I'm gonna have to have sub plans ready for her already for Tuesday and figure out what I'm doing on Monday with her. Today I just had her join in on the activity that I had for the other student that I thought we were doing one-on-one. Thankfully, she does have more verbal communication skills than the other student during that time, but as far as academics of what they're working on, it's a similar skill level, so I do think I'm still going to be able to plan for them together and not have to do 2 separate plans for my associate and I separately, that she can sit at the table and I can direct what we're doing together. But yeah, that's just some of it. I am now working on the visuals cutout that I need for next week. So before the year even started, like way back in the in May when I was planning for ESY, I took all the books that I knew I wanted to use for social skills and the thematic units that I was doing, and I found the book covers for them so that on the visual schedules it shows exactly what we're doing, ideally for some of these students for the activities we were doing. So like, for example, we use this fish matching and sorting activity. It's got letters and numbers and they're magnetic. So we use this for a lot of practice with, there's the entire alphabet and then there's numbers 0 through 9 here. We use this for a lot of number and letter identification practice, and it's great. I would ideally have take a picture of this and have it printed and ready for the visual schedule so they knew exactly what activity we're doing. Unfortunately, just with the time that there is, the visual schedule just says like math or reading on it. But for the ones that I knew and were able to plan better for, I do actually have a visual of this ready that I need to cut out and just put the Velcro on. So that's that. I also, next week's theme is family, so all the books are gonna be about family. So I've got these different, again, they were free TPT products that they're gonna do, but it's a family tree one, and here's one on like making, that's not macrame, what is this, my pregnancy brain, I'm struggling, but making family members, and then like a flip book about my family is from. Once my family went to a family trip, special family party, my family is special. This one is going to need a lot of assistance because our students do not have as many verbal skills and they're going to have to use a lot of sentence stems, but they can draw a picture. They understand what we're talking about, just the verbal skills are not there. So the associate helping them is going to have to do a lot of prompting. But what I did like about this is that it did come with a sentence stem. So you can see it says family members who do not live with me. Some family members who do not live with me are, so the sentence stem is already there. So that was what I liked about it and why I chose this. So those are some of the crafts that we're gonna do next week. Here's my social skills book for Monday. There we have the visual. So some things that I'm going to work on while I wait before I leave. I need to get the student who showed up today added back to my lesson plans. I need to make some name tracing sheets for her because it was very clear we needed to practice that, but that's fine because that's a skill the other student at her same time is here works on. And I need to make sure these are updated and just like kind of double check and just make sure things are ready for Monday, but really pretty minimal. So hopefully I can get out of here quickly, go pick my son up, and then we have a visit from our DHS caseworker, her monthly visit this afternoon, and then family pictures tonight. So yeah, that's kind of my afternoon. We have a busy weekend then. Tomorrow, our son is actually, one of his teachers during the school year asked if she could take him to a movie, which is super sweet. So he's gonna go see Despicable Me with her. And then we're doing a family birthday party for him and 2 of his siblings on Saturday. So we need to go pick out birthday presents tomorrow for that. And then on Saturday, we'll go, our town is having their like local summer festival. So there actually tomorrow night will be live music that we might go to and try to catch. And then Saturday morning, we'll go to the parade
then go to the birthday party for him and his siblings. And then Sunday, we get to go up to Minneapolis to watch the Fever play the Minnesota Lynx. Because if you've watched any of my vlogs before, I'm a huge Caitlin Clark fan. We love Iowa, all things Iowa. I especially love Iowa women's basketball. Love Caitlin Clark. Not a bandwagoner. We love Iowa, and I've been watching her play and been obsessing over how amazing she is since she started at Iowa. So, and she's an Iowa girl. Like Chris could tell you back from when she was in high school and was getting recruited, how amazing she was. He actually went and watched her when she was in high school even. I did not. But anyways, that being said, my Mother's Day gift was tickets to go watch the Fever play in Minneapolis this weekend. So we have that on Sunday, and then we'll be back Monday for another week. So that's the weekend. Depending on when I edit this vlog, I don't know if I'll include any clips of it, but I do know most of the people watching my channel are here for more school content and not necessarily my personal life outside of it. So yeah, I'm gonna end off the vlog here. Thank you so much for watching this first week of me teaching ESY. I learned a lot this week because I've never actually taught ESY before. This is my first week doing it. I subbed for it last year, but this is the first year that I'm doing it. So yeah, I enjoyed it. I learned a lot. I'm excited for next week. If you have any questions or suggestions for me, the person who suggested in my last video that, where are they at? I need to find it. I did not know what these were for last week when I was setting up, and somebody commented and said those look like pre-writing strokes. You are correct. I went back and reread some of the ESY plans and goals, and it does in fact say that the student is working on pre-writing strokes, and that's what this matches to. So thank you for whoever commented that, because I have never worked with that on a student, and I did not know that that's what this was for. So thank you. If you have any other tips for me, leave them down below. If there's anything you're wondering, also please leave it down below, leave a comment, and I would love to chat with you about it. But yeah, that's it for this vlog. Thank you for watching. I hope you like, comment, subscribe so you can see all my future videos, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.
I don't fall under pressure, I be handling business. Get it finished, no extra.